smiler makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live today on this Wednesday. How are you guys feeling, by the way? Because this energy right now has been really crazy. This full moon eclipse that we just had. I don't know about you, but I've been having some really strange dreams. I've had other people that have told me that they had some really strange dreams that they're just like, I don't know what's going on. I normally don't have it. So it's been mad. So I'm also it's crazy. Even though I do this for a living, I'll have some crazy dreams and I'll be like, what did that mean? But along with that, get these great headaches as well. So yeah, so it's wonderful. This energy here. And then April 8th, we have the new moon eclipse, which get ready for that one. Oh my god. I'm just like I'm so shot right now because my head's about to explode. But anyways, we're going to be talking about signs of being a psychic empath. Um, I know because I am one of them. But we're going to be discussing today different signs that you can look for as far as being psychic empaths, because there's some ones that are glaringly obvious, but there's other ones that people might not think. They just think that that's something else that's coming on. So if you're just joining me now, just come in and say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. I'm assuming you're all local, but I shouldn't assume. Also, one of the things I wanted to talk to you, I don't know if anyone else out there really is into reality shows. I used to watch my one of my favorites I used to watch was 90 Day Fiance. And then somewhere along the lines it kind of changed. It went from someone out there just being wanting to go out and find love and this person's in another country, but it changed a little bit when it came into the second season. Hi, Amy. Um, so it's changed a little bit. And the other the other show that I like to watch, and it's just like my guilty pleasure. Let me know if you guys watch it too. Is the Real Housewives series. Um, I used to like. I was an adamant viewer from the beginning with the Real Housewives kind of thing, and the ones that I watched originally were the Real Housewives of, I don't know if it's like Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of, um, but I liked the concept of it because originally it was like showcasing these women, and not all of them were very wealthy, but it was just like they stepping out from behind their husbands and kind of like starting their own businesses and really going forward with that. And then somewhere along the lines, in the last like few years, it's really shifted um, to the point where I can't even watch it. It's gotten very toxic to watch because the only thing that I see, and this is consistent across the Real Housewives thing, is they're all one all you really see is them shopping and kind of thing. So it's consistent across the board as they're going on these trips, they're going on these shopping, they're going shopping, you see them shopping, you don't really see them, you hear about these businesses that they've created, which is great if they were to focus more on that aspect of it and to showcase what they've built. Instead they focus on all these toxic um relationships that they've made them toxic. Like the person that created this whole, which is Andy Cohen, I think it is. He needs to change the way the housewives thing is, because not only has it been toxic, and a couple of the housewives that have been on there have talked about this, that not only is it toxic, but the social media backlash that they get, is just, there's no one in this world that is mentally strong for that kind of backlash. And it's almost like um they kind of like, I don't know if it's influence it, or they encourage it, I guess. And it's not good. It's not good. It doesn't matter if you've got money or you don't have money. That toxicity is not good for them, for their mental health. So, and it's the fighting that you see in there. It's like, I was watching the one, the last one I saw was the one with, oh my god, it was the one in Utah, Salt Lake, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake, and there wasn't season 1, there wasn't one episode that they weren't fighting, and it just continued on, and it was very, like, to the point where I would get a headache when I was finishing watching it, and I was just like, "This is unbelievable." So I really wish that they either revamped it, or gave these women more protection online, because they don't have any protection on it. And I don't, it's not I don't enjoy watching it anymore. I don't enjoy seeing someone um, getting verbally abused, on just getting verbally abused, both on and off the screen. It's not fun anymore. It never was fun to watch somebody. What I'm saying, it was not it's not fun to watch that, because it started off as being something where you have an inspirational life, and to share that with someone else to help them grow, and it's gotten to be toxic, by all means. I mean, and that was just the last one I watched, because Jersey is exactly the same. Families being ripped apart. It's incredible. So that was just my little 2 cents, because I just watched it and I was talking to my friend about it. But we're going to be talking, so we're going to dive into the signs of being a psychic empath. So let's get to it. um, so we're going to start discussing here. So empaths are considered empathic and highly sensitive people who can experience the energy of everyone in their bodies. So, but being an empath isn't just about feeling empathy for others. There's a lot more to that. So, and being a psychic empath, what's the difference between a psychic empath? What's the difference between being a psychic empath and just a regular empath? Um, there are, I'm sorry, there's different types of empaths, and the ability to feel emotion is that they can pick up on non-visual and non-verbal cues that others are feeling physically and emotionally, like sadness, joy, fear, or pain. So psychic empaths can detect actual energy fields and auras that are surrounding them and are located in their surroundings, including people, animals, and plants. um, but psychic empaths have their own unique struggles, especially when it comes to differentiating between other people's energies and their own. So, I don't know if you've ever walked into a room, and that room is someone's just finished yelling and having this like huge meltdown, and you walk into that. And a lot of times, if you're a psychic empath, you pick that up, but you don't understand. But you're sometimes it's hard for you to differentiate: is that me, or is that or is that something else that is in the room? That takes practice in order to be able to pick that up. But the easiest way to do it is if you walk into a room and you walked in and everything was great, and then you started to feel being pulled down. The easiest way to get out of that is actually to walk back out of the room. Walk back out of the room for a minute and give yourself a little bit of a breather and see how it is. And if you're like, okay, this isn't me, then maybe don't walk back into that room. Um, So, they can also tend to take on the negative energies of others, leaving them emotionally and spiritually drained. That's why it's essential for psychic empaths to learn how to shield themselves, to protect themselves from energy vampires, and to preserve their own mental health. So, empaths can sense energies that have memories, and this is called psychometry. So, sometimes if you pick up something, especially if it's an older object that's had some people have had it for a while, especially in thrift stores and things like that. So when you pick something up, you can actually feel the energy of that, and psychic, they'll live in a psychic impression in it. And if you're a psychic empath, you can feel that. So, um, the only thing is with psychic empaths that is different than a regular empath is that they're blessed with extrasensory abilities like clairvoyance and clairsentient. So a lot of them will tend to psychic empaths will tend to either go into like me being a psychic medium, or they'll go into Reiki healing or crystal healing. So they're just naturally gifted at the healing and spiritual advising. So I've got it all written down so I know to tell you guys this. So we're going to go through the different signs that you are a psychic empath. Number one is you love being alone. So you tend to feel overwhelmed or often stressed when you walk into crowds, because the ability to feel other people's emotions are on a deeper level than other impacts can be exhausting for you. So you love just being by yourself, especially if especially you love spending a lot of time in nature, or in your own little comfort zone that you've set up for yourself. So number two, you have unstable moods. Um, I'm guilty of this. Throughout the day, you often can feel different sorts of emotions that are affected by the highs and lows of the earth forces surrounding you. So, one of the things that I've noticed with me is if I'm walking into a room and people are just having a great time and everything's great, or even if I, just come into a group where everybody's just having a great time, it's like I feel that energy, and it's like I join in the energy, it's everything's great, and I get a high from that. Same thing is if that mood, if that energy comes down, I also feel, even though I may be just like feeling okay, I will sense that draining and that like, oh my God, it's like it's really bad. So and that'll affect it. So you feel unstable, overwhelmed because you feel happy or sad at the same, and sometimes you're feeling happy and sad at the same time in a single day. Actually, within an hour, you can be like feeling sad at this one because you're hanging out with whoever is kind of like a Debbie Downer, and then you'll walk away and this other person's got a high on, and you get into their vibe and you get a high. So it's it's like an overload of your senses. So luckily, you can develop an immune defense to it, and you can do that through guided meditation or connecting to your spirit guides for help, or even just using crystals. I like to use crystals around me to ground me a lot. The one that my go-to crystal for grounding, you can do any crystal really that's dark in color. My go-to one is always tiger's eye. So I love having that one on me if I'm feeling a little not grounded. If I'm feeling a little bit, things are getting to me, I will carry a tiger's eye. I always have tiger's eye around me. But you can also use black tourmaline, black onyx. They're all great as well to keep you grounded. Um, Another three, some social environments are extremely devastating to you. So if you're visiting a dramatic environment like a hospital or a graveyard or even a funeral home, the moment you feel that intense energy around you, some people, depending, may pass out. I've never had that, but I have had it where I'm feeling overwhelmed, or you feel weak because of the intense high level of energies in there. So the easiest way to do that is just kind of like walk out for a breather. It's a little harder if you're going into the hospital for a test, but you just kind of like have to put your protection around you. Number four, you're attracted to other people's issues and thoughts. So it's not to say that you're gossipy, but a lot of times it's psychic empaths believe that they are supposed to create a better environment for the world and have a mission, and have a mission for others in this world. So you might try to solve other people's issues because you feel their emotions so deeply in yours. You help people realize that their dreams just as you would your own. So, but you let them claim, this is the thing, you let them claim their own success and not try to pry too deeply because you put their feelings first. So, my thing, and this is one of the hardest ones, is I used to take on other people's issues, um, because I was so connected with it. Your way is, you're going to have to, it's one thing to help someone to get to a certain point, but then you're going to have to back out of it. Otherwise, it's going to be it's going to be draining for you. And it's not your issue really. It's someone else's issue to take care of. So that's the one thing that to get away from that. Number 5, you sense emotion. You sense that your sense of emotion is receptive, especially with negative emotions. You can distinguish between the two, between negative and positive energy because of your existing psychic abilities. Therefore, you're inclined to sense the different kinds of energies around you, especially negative, so you can decipher it accordingly. Picking up on these negative emotions may also be a sign to help, as well as warning to stay away from something. So, when I tend to feel this, it's usually, um, there is a subtle difference between that when you're picking up negative emotions. Most of the time, I've been able to, and this takes practice, be able to distinguish between the two. Whether you're picking up a negative emotion from this person who has negativity towards you, um, you'll be able to pick that up differently. It just hits differently in your system, as opposed to this person's going through something negative. The feeling's a little different, and you will learn to distinguish it if you want to, but it just takes some time because, you're just taking on everybody's emotions. So you're going to have to take some time to learn to distinguish it. And it does take practice, but everybody can do it. And number 6, you feel sick and gloomy out of nowhere. I still get this a lot, and depending on who I'm reading that day, and what I've done with it, I get this a lot. So I feel feeling anxious or nauseous or having an upset stomach are side effects that you experience almost all the time as a psychic empath. So sometimes if you're feeling upset stomach, which it always hits us in the gut, I get it a lot. And it's not always you. It's something that you've picked up from someone else. You are deeply emotional. You often need to practice how to process your emotions and others on a whole body level. You need to know why or how you're feeling in a certain way and how to overcome these emotions, especially if they are negative emotions, as it can affect your health and well being. So, and I have a hard time with this because, and I've, one of the ones I've been practicing because I, when you get emotional and you may be able to lash out at somebody or whatever, but afterwards it affects me because I'm just like, oh my god, I said that to that person. I'm really really really, I feel bad about that because I didn't want them to make them feel bad. So it's just, it's a something that it's going to be constantly working on. um Number 8 is you value your emotions. Once you realize how powerful your psychic and empathic abilities are, you can develop your psychic abilities further to protect your energy. Along with gaining confidence and respecting yourself and your emotions, you'll know that you're a psychic empath. So you set up healthy boundaries from other emotions affecting yours, knowing when you need to help and understand. And there are times when you must take time to recharge. So that's the biggest thing here, is stepping back when you feel that you're starting to get drained from that. So I like to know if any of these resonated with someone, because I know there's a lot more psychic empaths out there and not just me. but it's really, really important that you do take some time out and to recharge. And regardless, whether you want to, my one thing that I like to do is I like to go for either healing sessions like Reiki sessions or even shaman energy healing. That helps a lot to recharge your body and get rid of some of those excess emotions that everybody has. So it's the best way to do it. Um, so I'm so those are the steps on psychic impasse. So, and some of you that wants to develop further, I would definitely look into classes on developing your intuition, your psychic ability, because it would help control some of these things. It's the only way that I was able to do it. One of the things that I wanted to talk about as well is I'm kind of like on board about on the fence about this is the new moon that's coming up now. I'm thinking of maybe doing a gallery reading or some kind of gathering um, on the new moon eclipse day. I'm trying to figure out if anybody's interested locally because it would be an in-person thing, and I'm trying to, it would be limited too. It wouldn't be like a lot of people, just to kind of get together and do a new moon like manifesting thing, and maybe some readings and gallery readings and things like that for everybody there. So I'm kind of thinking, so if anybody's interested in it, um let me know in the comments, and if you are, then I'll put an event together for it. It's kind of just it's on a Monday. That's the only thing. So, but it would be I think it would be cool. It'd be something at night. It would be something different. Um, but yeah, I just want to. I was This is just an idea that I have. So I'm trying to think of possibly putting that together, and if everyone's interested in doing that, that would be something that would be interesting of doing. I'm also going to be on Mix 96.7 on starting at, I think it's 7 or 8 a.m. I'm not sure, 100% sure, but that's going to be on April 8th. So the eclipse day. So if anybody, we're going to be doing a live radio readings. I could, for some reason, I could get that out. But anyways, doing readings live. Um, and that's really about all I have for today. I was going to do some card pulls for you guys, but my head is just like not there. I got this like headache right now, and it's been a busy day for me with readings. So forgive me. I will do card pulls. Oh, you know what? Let's do one or two. Let's just make it easy. We're gonna use the you guys know I love Kyle Gray, so we'll do Angel Pros. So I'll pull two cards. I'll just make it easy. One. So either you want one or two. One fell out already, so um do this one, two. So if you pick number one, oh man, I need my glasses. Can't see nothing. And I don't read cards, so that's why I'm like going into here to get the meaning of the card. I don't do cards at all. I guess maybe I should learn, but it doesn't call to me. So if you pick number one, count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. It's actually pretty nice. So as you count your blessings, you become a magnet to even more blessings. When you draw this card, the angels are encouraging you to see blessings in your current situation. It is important you keep yourself focused and aligned with loving experiences in your life, as this will lead you safely to the next step. And it's funny I pulled this card because today I was looking at something else, a video, and I'm going to expand on it with this. And the video was with, I can't remember who it was. They were talking about it, but they were saying that people, we pray wrong. Our prayers should be thanking. People tend to use prayers as a request for something. So I'm praying to get this done. I'm praying to do this. I'm praying to do that. And what I think it was Bashard. If you know who it is, you should look it up. Bashard was talking about how we use our prayer wrongs. We should be praying to count our blessings, to thank for what we've got, and by doing that, it actually opens it up for us to receive more stuff, more blessings to come in. And that's pretty much what this card is. So it's like, look at what you've got. You've got some really great stuff. So be thankful for what you've got right now so that you can continue getting it. And that's really what this card is all about. Because we got some really great things. And this is for me as well. Study and learning is if you pick card number 2. I have a third card here, so you can either pick 1, 2, or 3. Apparently I was supposed to pick 3 cards, so we'll go from there. So this is thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. So which is great because we all need to learn from our situations. I was going to say mistakes, but not everything's a mistake. We all have situations that we've been in, good, bad, okay, and there was always a learning opportunity there. But I'm going to read you what it says here. If you've been considering committing yourself to a new course or study or other form of learning process, your angels are encouraging you to do so. It would allow you to understand more about the strengths and talents you have and help you to create a well-balanced life. You are a natural learner, and by studying something that you're attracted to, you'll be able to channel your energy into it and surpass your expectations. Remember to call on the angels to guide you while you're learning. They will help you access your God-given intelligence. So that's for you if you pick number 2. And the last one, this one fell out. I didn't pick this one, so this one clearly needed to come out. And it's like the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. And it's funny because this all goes with the psychic empath stuff. So, but we'll see what it says further for you. So if you pick number 3, we'll see what it says for you. If I can find it here, the inner voice. I really should learn these cards, but which is the last card that we got, but I'm not really interested. Okay. The angels are now ready to bring your guiding thoughts and feelings and inspiring words. Within you is a strong and resilient voice that they are able to use and send your guidance. So take some time to listen within. You've been asking for help and support from the higher realms, and they are now ready to guide you lovingly to the next step. Any loving guidance you are hearing at this time is 100% from source. Trusted. That's always the thing. So if you're starting to get stuff and you're getting a lot of coincidences coming your way, you need to trust that and follow that. People tend to not follow that. They're just like, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. There is no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a specific reason, even stuff that you think it's negative. It happens for a specific reason. So thank you everyone for joining me today. And I hope that you guys have a great Easter is coming up. So for people that celebrate, happy Easter, happy Good Friday. If you have Good Friday off, that's why I'm doing it today, because I will be off on Friday celebrating with some friends. So, and I hope that everybody enjoys your weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.